This area is set for a lot of change ahead of the 2019 Ireland Games, and works have already started to clear some tunnels underneath Europa Point. In answer to GBC questions, the government said it's a project that'll make excellent additions to both our sporting and cultural facilities. No details have yet been released, but the works have already come in for criticism from someone who has spent a lot of time here in recent years. We've come to Europa foreshore at Europa Point, quite a remote but beautiful area where Bart van Thiernen has been carrying out conservation work in association with GONS and also the Gibraltar government for the past 5 years. Mr. van Thiernen has spent countless hours restoring Europa foreshore, removing invasive plants and many wheelbarrows of construction rubble which had been illegally dumped here. His voluntary work has recently suffered a setback.
A few weeks ago I arrived here to do some further voluntary cleanup work, and there's huge piles here of rubble, construction debris. There's lots of metal stuff from a tunneling cleanup that's happening there, thrown all over the plants, thrown all over actually the nature reserve, so this should never have happened in the first place. What annoys me mostly in it is that after all this work I've been doing here for 5 years, and while I was clean, that nobody was ever informed that such works were going to happen. Without any approval of DPC, started dig up in the nature reserve, started to do actually what is fly tipping. That's what you see, it is fly tipping. And what I don't understand is that the Ministry of Environment thinks this is perfectly okay. This is fine, this is no problem. But they didn't have the courtesy to inform anyone who was involved. Not even me, not anyone. So just go in there, it's okay, all the work I've done, it's not appreciated. That's as simple as it is.
So how do you feel about it?
I'm absolutely terribly disappointed, because after all, it's voluntary work, and actually what you see here is 2 years of voluntary work on behalf of the Ministry of Environment undone. So my habitat restoration project has actually been unrestored by the people who should take care of this, and it's okay for them, there's no problem. I don't understand how somebody with Minister Cortez's background of fighting for 35-40 years for nature protection, and then he allows this. That's something I do not understand. So we actually returned 5 years in time and went back to what it was before I started cleaning it up.
In response to Mr. van Thiernen's criticisms, a government spokesperson said the adjacent tunnels are being cleared of decades worth of rubbish and rubble, which has been temporarily placed outside. It'll then be hoisted up and over the wall to be disposed of. It says the clearing out works do not require any planning permission, but there has been consultation with the Heritage Trust, GONHS and the Gibraltar Museum, and the appropriate DPC steps will be taken before any development work is done. The government has also given assurances that all the rubble will be removed and the area fully restored. A spokesperson says Mr. van Thiernen's voluntary work has been excellent and he should be commended for it, adding useful voluntary work of this kind will always be supported by the government. For its part, the Ornithological and Natural History Society has not commented on the works. It has simply said that it appreciates the exemplary voluntary work that Mr. van Thiernen has done in clearing invasive plant species in the area.